Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Formula Costco. It is finally here, the Season 7 opener. We are here in Australia to kick off a brand new chapter in the Formula Costco history books. Very exciting time indeed after a fun exhibition race on last Tuesday. It is now time for the real thing. We are here in Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix and the Season 7 opener. I am Normie on Xbox with you as always. I am alone today in the booth. BB and Potato not able to be here, so it's just going to be me. Back to how it was before the first few seasons when I did do this all on my own. So yeah, just going to be my voice in your ear tonight, along with the sounds of these 14 engines that we have on the track, as the first qualifying session of the season is underway, and the first one to set a lap will be the Sauber of Snowy. As Logan will immediately go to P1 on the mediums with a 1:19.40. We got Skinny, McKinney, and Eli all on laps right now. And there goes Geico to the top of the board. One of our new additions to the league, his first points race tonight. And speaking of guys in their first races, there goes Oxidine to the top of the board. There goes Skinny to the top of the board. So Haas 1-2 right now, early in the session. We have Bama on a lap as well here. A lot of new changes to recap and talk about. You see all the new faces in new places with Bama and the Red Bull as he goes to P1. Then you have Skinny staying Oxidine, a new driver who did not race in the exhibition. So this is his first official start. Geico, one of our new guys as well, did race the exhibition last week and finished top 5 in his first Formula Costco race. I think he will gladly take that, as we went to Monza last week for the exhibition race. Slurp and the Aston, his new ride, led every single lap en route to his second exhibition win in a row. He was able to hold off Rowdy, who is not here tonight, shocker. Also not here, Joey, Chan, Josh, Jake is not here. A couple of other people. Here comes Cheesy. So he goes down the DRS-filled straightaway through the high-speed chicane. Really rough ride over the bumps right there. Cheesy had a solid season last season, looking to build on that here starting tonight. Did not have a good exhibition race. DNF'd in the first portion, as did DeMeo. Let's see if he can get that ship righted right now, and 1:17.8 will put him to P3 behind Skinny and Bama. Banjo on enters, and he is sideways in the grass. Australia was the opener Season 6 last season, and that did not go well at all for the Williams of Banjo. He got put into AI mode after a lag out and DNF'd in that race. So he is hoping for a flip of the script for that, as there's a McLaren coming out. That is Cole going on the softs. He put I believe, an intertime lap down his first time. DeMeo out. And right now you see the two Williams drivers right next to each other are going to be one of the threats for the constructors this season. DeMeo jumping over to that team, leaving Red Bull and replacing Joey in the second Williams next to Banjo. Definitely an interesting team combination. One of my favorites on the grid to try to dethrone the defending Constructors champions Cole and Cheesy, who's stuck in the McLarens. And Slurp and Joey, the new Aston Martin duo, I believe they're going to be a threat as well if we get that attendance from Joey, which is not off to a great start with him missing the race tonight. Bama JB, the new Red Bull duo. Snowy and Josh, the Sauber duo. We have the two of the new guys, Eli and Gio, or Geico, on the RB side of things. Then Skinny and Aiden / Oxidine, I don't know what I'm going to call him, I'll figure it out, in the Haas. And then Chan and Callie both are not here. That's the one of the other guys. Callie is not here. They are... what? Alpines, that's who they are. Both Alpines not here. It's pretty cloudy at the moment. Wonder if there's going to be rain in qualifying or not. DeMeo trying to get his lap in. The Slurp is now out. Cole is on a flyer. He is just behind DeMeo. Cole, the Season 6 champion, looking to get his title defense off to a good start here tonight. Cole is the defending Australia winner. See what DeMeo can do. To the line he goes, and will it be? It will be P1 for the Williams of DeMeo, 117.29. Now let's see if Cole, coming behind him, can top his time, and he can. 116.901 for the McLaren, and that'll be the bar to beat. Aiden improving on his 118.3. Cole has 2 wins in Australia, one of them being last season. Rowdy and DeMeo, the other previous Australia winners. Slurp is on a flyer as well. We'll get on board with him once we see the end of Aiden's lap here. Pole winner in Australia last season was DeMeo with a 116.5. And Aiden will go to second, 117.27. Now on board with the Aston of Slurp. Just came short of his 3rd championship last season by 7 points. Gonna look for it this season. In a new era on F125, new era in the Aston Martin. Out of the last corner, 116.9 is the time to beat. Can Slurp do it? And he just misses it. 22 1/1000ths off of provisional pole for the Aston Martin. Banjo on an outlap, and besides that, I believe the track is empty besides Snowy, who is on his 3rd soft tire lap right here. 1:20.24 is his time right now. And he will not improve on that. JB, Banjo, the only two to not set a time so far, but Banjo is on track. JB, not yet. Geico back out. Let's see what Banjo can do. Why does it still say outlap? He's on a time right here. He's on a flyer for sure. Not sure why that says that. JB is now out. And the track should begin to get pretty busy. We have McKinnon out. Snowy's still running. Remember, last season's pole 1:16.5. I'm not sure how much the times are going to translate over to the new game, but worth noting nonetheless is we have 4.5 about minutes to go. See if Banjo can finish his lap strong. Banjo really ended season 6 strong and looking to carry that momentum over to season number 7. And what will his first lap be? 1:16 or 1:17.1 puts him up to third. Good lap for Banjo. Here comes JB after being promoted to Red Bull off the back of a solid season 6. Showed flashes at times, now looking to put a season together. Geico improving. Purple sector 1 for the RB. And there is Gaming Jake. So we'll have 15. Geo really improving. Half a second up through the first 2 sectors. Currently 10th. Looking to move himself up the order off the back of his top 5 run in Monza in the exhibition. I believe Aiden is also on a flying lap. Jump on board with him as soon as we see end of Geo's lap, and he will only move up 1 spot. 1:17.9 does improve by over half a second, but just not many spots gained there. Aiden faster through sector 1 just marginally. See what time JB runs here. He is coming out of the final corner right now. This does not look like a very good lap for JB. It's going to be 1:19.7, yeah. And oh, Sean's here as well. Perfect. So we'll have 16. If Jake gets in time, hopefully. So we will have 2 Astons. There's Jake, the second Mercedes. So we'll have both Mercedes drivers here as well. So all we're missing is both Alpines. One... Or no, not 1 Aston because Sean is here. Aiden pulls into the pits. Will not finish that lap. Cheesy on a flyer now. Look at all this traffic in front of him, though. Cole in front of him. And that's a Racing Bull. It's Geico on the end lap, just in front of Cheesy. See what kind of lap this can be. Cheesy, 1 pole last season in Qatar. Can he make it 2? To the line. Looks like it's not going to do it. He does improve by half a second to get up to P6 ahead of Bama. DeMeo, the defending Australia pole winner, now on his final flying lap. These are going to be the last laps of the session. Cole starting his final one as well. A lot of guys on outlaps. I'm not sure how much time is left. DeMeo, 10th and a half up through the first 2 sectors. Gonna need a little bit more to get up to P1. Whoa, got really sideways off that corner. There's 45 seconds left, so hopefully everyone should be able to make it around. Looks like Jake and Sean will not get a qualifying run in. And DeMeo, can he? Oh, he does not! He overcorrects in the last corner and smacks the wall, and that'll be qualifying over for DeMeo. After all that, he was still only 2/10 off his previous lap, so that shows you that he had a shot at it and tries to retire unsuccessfully, then actually does retire. Here comes Cole. Cole improving on his already P1 time, and he will go to 1:16.49 for the McLaren. That's going to be tough for anybody else to beat. Can they do it, though? JB, I believe, is going again as Aiden retires. We have Bama on a flyer. Nope, he's in the grass. As Banjo retires. It might just be down to Slurp right here, because Bama has pulled into the pits and retired as well. Just going to be down to Slurp and Logan to knock the defending champion off of pole. Slurp off the last corner, needs a 1:16.4. Can he do it? It's going to be close. No, he cannot. 1:16.76. And barring a big improvement from Logan right here, checker flag has fallen. And Logan is not going to get there. He does improve by 0.3, but it will be the defending champion as he smacks the wall and crashes the car. Cole will be on pole here in Australia. 2.5 tenths over Slurp. Banjo 7 tenths back. Look, Cole won pole by a big margin. Aiden in his first start, P4. DeMeo 5th. Cheesy Bama, Skitty, Geico, Logan the top 10. Then you have JB, Eli, McKinnon, Snowy, and then Jake and Sean did not set times. So for the second season in a row, the defending champion wins the pole for the opening race. Let's see if Cole can convert this into his 3rd Australia win and 2nd in a row. Alright, here we go. The first race on a new game, the first race of a new season and a new era. It begins with a rundown to turn number 1. Lights out and away we go, and we have 2 guys that jump the start, Geico and Skinny, both get drive-thrus for going before the lights were off. As Cole gets away pretty well, gets into turn 1 and takes the lead. Slurp holds off Banjo for 2nd, now Aiden going for P3 to the inside of the right-hander. Banjo trying to hold around the outside and will. That was a crazy start for those 2 guys, and they really didn't even get anything out of it. Skinny lost 3 spots, Geico lost 6. I'm not sure what happened, as it is a really bad start for the Racing Bulls, as Eli was in the gravel. He gets back going. It looks like no damage to the RB. Aiden still trying to pressure Banjo for 3rd here. As Bama got a good start, moved up 2 spots from his 7th place starting position. Logan up 3, Sean up 6, McKinney up 4. As JB and the Racing Bulls, as we talked about, did not get good starts. Sean a reserve this season, hopping back in the Aston because of Joey not being here. Moved up from last to 10th on the opening lap, as there goes Skinny into the pits to probably serve as drive-through. G are going to do the same, so rough start for those two guys. JB isn't coming in as well. JB likely has some damage because he fell way back at the beginning of the race. And yep, it'll be a new front wing for the Red Bull. Uh-oh. Controller died. 1 second, guys. And just like that, Cola's broken away from the pack as Banjo takes 2nd place away from Slurp, and now Aiden trying to do the same. Here he comes, thinks better of it. Cola impressively, and Cheesy on lap 2 gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh my goodness. We expected him to get one, just not that early. So now it'll be up to Banjo to try to break back within 1 second of the McLaren. Cole with a very strong opening 2 laps is going to get him away for now. And another fastest lap for him. 1:20.29 as Aiden once again thinks I'm going to move on Slurp. You have 2nd through 6th altogether, then DeMeo, who did not get a great start, lost 2 spots on the opening 2 laps, is 2 seconds back, as McKinnon goes to the inside of Logan for 8th and will take that place away. McKinnon up 5 spots from the start, started 13th up to 8th. Snowy trying to go for 10th on Sean here on the outside, and oh, that's not going to do it. He gets into the wall and loses his left end plate, and Gio, who was pitting again, just got another penalty, this time for speeding in the pits. So after the strong run in Monza last week, it has not been the start that he wanted at all here in Australia. Cole now continuing to pull away, 2.2 seconds ahead of Banjo, Slurp, and this whole pack behind him. And Snowy did actually get back by Sean after the failed move a moment ago. So Snowy up into the points now, looking for his potential first points ever in Formula Costco as Slurp takes 2nd place back away. Bama trying to keep pace with these guys, 8 tenths back of them. So we'll check out what tires everyone started on. Looks like pretty split strategies here. You have Cole, Banjo, Aiden on mediums, and then Slurp, and then 5th through 12th all on the hards, as well as Eli. Then Skinny on the mediums, and I'm not sure what Gio or JB started on because they have already both made pit stops in this race. Cole still holding a 2.4 second lead. Oh, as Banjo spins it in the final sector! Oh my goodness! From 2nd place, he stays in the race, but loses valuable spots and lots of time. Oh my goodness. The Australia woes strike Banjo again. Wow. He keeps going, but falls all the way to 7th, loses the lead pack, is now behind his teammate DeMeo. And Banjo, who was looking to... Oh, a Slurp had an issue there as well, as Aiden got up to second, Bama got by as well. I wonder if he lifted for the Banjo spin and that's what happened there? I'm trying to see if he has damage. And no, he does not. But that has just allowed Cole to pull away even more, as now Bama looking for second on Aiden takes that away with the DRS. As Cole is now 4 seconds ahead on lap number 5. Banjo is now in the DRS of DeMeo, his teammate, and will look to recover. But a tough blow to open his race. Still definitely within touching distance. He is not that far back of that pack. As Sean and Snowy battle that out again. Sean trying to go around the outside to get 10th place back. And he will do so into the penultimate corner. Skinny 2 seconds back of these guys, trying to close after a less than ideal opening lap. Bama, multi-time Formula Costco winner, but has not won since Season 1. Now in a new era with a new game, trying to get back to his winning ways. Is up in a second and is closing on Cole this lap. It's down to 3.3 seconds. But there you see Cole just saving that battery. You have 4 guys together with the DRS. Bama, Aiden, Slurp, Cheesy, and DeMeo still trying to close. 1.8 back. McKinnon you have with Banjo within 1 second of him. As Snowy did retake 10th from Sean. Misses that corner though. Skinny now is with these guys. Skinny, remember, had a drive-through penalty to open up this race, and is still has 10th place in his sights. And Sean and Snowy go side by side. Snowy spins in after contact with Sean. Oh my goodness. Caution is out sector number 1, and now Skinny will look to take advantage, trying to go on the outside of Sean. Now goes to the inside instead, and they're going to make contact. Sean holds it for now, but Snowy was able to get back going, but all the way down to P14 now. Skinny will have the DRS on Sean as Slurp and Aiden are battling for 3rd. Watching the battle for 10th. And Skinny will get the move done from drive-through to 10th in just 7 laps. An impressive drive for the Haas so far in this race. Still wants more, I imagine, as DeMeo has actually gotten into the DRS of the 2nd through 5th pack now, excuse me, and has lost Banjo behind him. Banjo, after that spin, has seemingly lost some speed in that Williams. As McKinnon now tries to put the pressure on. And Bama continues to close the gap on Cole, but Cole has basically full battery. Just trying to conserve right here. Bama is one of those guys on the hards, though. Cole started on the mediums, so presumably Bama should have the better grip later in the run. There you see the compounds once again. So that should aid him in his task to catch him, but he is already doing so. And very nicely, Bama started 7th, now up to 2nd and closing on Cole. As these two have broken away from Aiden, who seems to be struggling for pace now. Slurp also on the hards. They're pulling away from Aiden on the mediums. Cheesy is on the hards as well. DeMeo behind them also on the hard tires. So we're seeing guys that chose the harder compound seemingly start to pick up the pace as, oh, caution sector 3, that's for, I believe that's Geo? Nope, that was Eli. Eli spun it in sector 3 and keeps going, and we stay green. Geo has gotten by JV for 15th. Both of those guys did not have the starts they were looking for to their season to this point. McKinnon has now gotten by Banjo for 7th. As Banjo, this race started off very promising for him. Got up to 2nd, but that spin has relegated him now all the way down to 8th. And make that 7th as he goes back around the Mercedes. There you see DeMeo fully with Aiden and Cheesy, as they have not been able to get back into the DRS of Bama and Slurp, but Bama has gotten into the DRS of Cole and could potentially look for the lead right here. Colestone not using any of his ERS, but it has allowed Bama and Slurp to completely close that over 4-second gap that there was a few laps ago. Bama showing great pace in this race on those hard tires, and you're really seeing the guys on the hard start to pick up the pace. As Logan has come in, I believe he was one of the guys that started on the mediums. Yes, you see that, and a new front wing as well for the Ferrari. So now he will try to take hards all the way to the end, I presume. Bama, will this be the first lead change of the day? Yes, it will be. Move Bama up to first place from 7th on the grid. Talked about him potentially recapturing that Season 1 magic. We're seeing it potentially happen as Slurp also gets by for 2nd. And here comes Cheesy looking for 4th on 8, and he will get that position. And now you're really seeing the guys on hards outrun the guys on mediums. There you see the grip difference that DeMeo has on the Haas of Aiden. No grip for the Haas. As Cole comes in, Cole loses the lead, decides it's time to pit. I believe that's probably the right call, so Cole will now go onto the hards. Good stuff for the McLaren boys there. Skinny is pitting as well. Here he comes in. Very important not to speed. It will end your race. Now let's see how long Bama and Slurp decide to run this thing. Switch over to the compound so we can see. The guys on hards really dominating the pace. Cole did pull out to that huge lead to open up the race, but was very quickly caught and decided it was time to go onto the hards after all the pace that he lost. So now it's all about how long will these guys run, as DeMeo, I believe, must have lagged out. And yeah, his car is ghosted. He was able to rejoin, but as a result has lost the pack that he was with and now fallen back into the clutches of McKinnon and Banjo, as Banjo is coming into the pits, as McKinnon moves up to 5th now with the pit stop of the Williams, and Aiden continuing on despite struggling for pace. Banjo goes onto the hards as Cole goes by. Have to try to compare the times between Bama and Slurp and them on the older hards compared to Cole on new hard tires to see if this undercut is going to work for him. It'll be 17 laps to go at the line in the season opener at Australia. Strategy already going into effect, with Cole the Pole Sitter pitting a couple of laps to go. Now we'll see what the times look like for Bama. Bama 1:22.38. We'll see what Cole runs when he comes around to the line here in a minute. Yellow Sector 2, that's Eli and Skinny that got together, I believe. Let's see what Cole runs. 1:20.21, that is the new fastest lap for the McLaren. And I believe since the hards are the much better race tire, it seems, these guys are going to try to run it as long as they can to avoid the mediums, which are seemingly not working very well. Caution Sector 3, I believe that was possibly a Mercedes that was slow. Not entirely sure. Skinny is back in, and oh, Skinny has sped after Skinny had just pitted for hards. I'm not sure why he had wing damage. Eli is in as well. So Skinny and Eli had contact, and as a result, both of them had to pit, and Skinny gets a speeding penalty. And just like the opener last season, his first race, Skinny showed some speed, showed some flashes, but overall just could not put the race together. It's now relegated all the way back to 15th. That's Cole, another fast lap, 1:19.7. And yellow in Sector 3, that is for Banjo again. Sector 3 is not Banjo's best friend here tonight so far, as we're coming almost to halfway. Bama and Slurp still continuing on. They have a 5.5 second gap over third place Cheesy, who still has aided for company on those medium tires, which he is still deciding to run on, despite losing the pace that he had early in the race, and guys like Cole and Banjo, who were on that strategy with him, bailing out on it, as Geico speeds again! Oh my goodness. Cole passes DeMeo, who is yet to pit. My oh my. Had high hopes in this race for Gio, but the jumping the start on the start of the race, obviously, and then 2 speeding penalties. As there goes Cheesy and Aiden. And Cheesy, did he start on hards? I believe he did. Yeah, Cheesy started on hards, so he goes to mediums. Aiden goes from mediums to hards for his pit stop. Cheesy still has a 3-second time penalty to contend with. And Cole is now within 10 seconds of the leaders, and will obviously inherit the lead once they decide to come in. But Bama and Slurp will be on the much fresher tires. We'll have to run him back down. With how bad the mediums seem to be, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. We're just going to have to see. McKinnon in 4th. And that's a lap car between them. That's Gio. Bam and Slurp continue on, as now we have reached halfway in the opener in Australia, as both Racing Bulls have now gone a lap down in the race. DeMeo now in for mediums and a new front wing. So DeMeo had damage as well. Goodness, a lot of guys having damage. DeMeo will rejoin, looks like in P8. Sean yet to pit in 9th. Just ahead of Logan, who has pitted for mediums. So guys yet to pit in the race, we have Bama, Slurp, McKinnon, Sean, Snowy, and Jake. The guys who have not yet been to pit road. Be interested to see how long Bama and Slurp run this thing, because Cole is about a second faster a lap, I would say. But we'll be at a tire deficit at the end, and Bama's coming in, Slurp stays out. So Bama gives up the lead. Now, all important, do not speed right here. He does not. And now we'll get a reference as to what the gap will be. Bama comes in, puts on the mediums. Good stop for the Red Bull boys. Cole is already by and going into turn 1 right now. McKinnon also comes in for mediums. Cheesy goes by. Bama does stay ahead of Cheesy and is 10.5 seconds behind Cole. That is the gap that he will have to try to close with 13 laps to go. That undercut worked really, really well for Cole. Will there be enough time for the other two to run him back down? Sean is now into the pits as well. He goes on to the medium tires. And Bama already closing by quite a bit here in just the first half of the lap. And I imagine we will see Slurp in this time. As Jake is in as well. Caution sector 3. Is that the McLaren? That's Cole! Cole is slow at sector number 3. Oh my goodness, he was in the gravel. A mistake out of the defending champion. Lost him about 5 seconds or so. And now Bama within 5 seconds of him. Oh my goodness. Sector 3 has caused a lot of problems for everybody as Slurp is coming in while all that happened. We'll get out just ahead of the Mercedes of Jake, I believe, who was a lap down. Bama goes by Slurp. And let's see how far as he is ahead. About 2 seconds ahead of Slurp. And only 4.8 back of Cole, who just had that mistake. That is absolutely crucial. Cole needs all the time he can get in the bank to try to hold off the hard-charging Red Bull. Wow. I believe everyone has now been to pit road, with the exception of Snowy, who we're on board with right now, who runs 13th. Cole does get the lead back as here comes Snowy in. Sean is pitting again. Snowy makes it in. The gap now under 4 seconds, coming to 11 laps to go. Can Cole hold on despite that mistake? Bama now 3 seconds ahead of Slurp as he takes the fastest lap away. Goes ahead of Snowy and Sean, who rejoin after pitting. Both on mediums. And now it's all about Bama trying to hunt down Cole for the race win. Banjo goes by Cheesy. Oh, there's some contact between the Williams and the McLaren. Aiden with them as well. They're still side by side. 3-car battle here for 4th. And that's going to lose Cheesy another position, as I believe they made some contact as well. Aiden and Cheesy did. And now Aiden all over. Oh, Banjo hits the wall on the inside. He keeps it going, but Aiden goes by to 4th. Man, Banjo has had not the smoothest of races, to say the least. Still in position for a top 5 right now. But Cheesy behind him for company. Does have that 3-second penalty, however. As the gap from Cole to Bama continues to shrink, it is now 2.7. And Slurp is gaining on Bama as well. He is 2.4 back of him. But remember, the mediums wear very, very fast, as we saw on the opening run. That's why Cole pitted early. Can they last long enough to get these two up to contend for the win? Slurp takes the fast lap away from Bama at that time. 1:19.404 now the time to beat, as Aiden has pulled away from Banjo and Cheesy. Looking like it could be a very strong P4 here in his debut race. The gap is now under 2 seconds. Bama definitely using more battery. Yellow sector 1. Jake is out! Is that going to be a safety car? It is. Oh my goodness. A full course safety car for Jake, who is out. And that is, I'm going to say, probably, I don't know if Cole wanted that or didn't want that, but now we're going to have a restart and everyone likely is going to come in and be on equal tires. Oh my goodness. A late safety car changes the game again. Eli was just about to get lapped there. And I think Bama and Slurp are kicking themselves right now. I think they had that thing won between them two. It was going to be close, but they had a big advantage over closing. Wait, Bama better not speed. He doesn't. Oh my goodness, that was close. So Cole goes to mediums. Let's see what Bama and Slurp do. Bama goes to softs. Alright, so we're already seeing some split strategy. 8, it stays on the racetrack. Oh my. Very split strategy. Slurp is on mediums as well. Banjo gets a chance at redemption here with the safety car. He is on the mediums as well. Cheesy doing the same. McKinnon, what does he do? Also on the mediums. DeMeo did not have the smoothest of races either. Now he gets a shot to improve his position. And he will also go on the medium tires. Now we'll see what everyone else does. But very, very interestingly, Aiden staying out. He will be the leader, but for how long is the question. We've seen the hards really rubber in after about 9 or 10 laps. But with these guys behind him charging on fresh rubber, it's going to be hard for him to hold them off. Logan goes on to mediums. And this is basically just a full reset for everybody. JB is also staying out here, interestingly enough, on 13-lap-old hard tires. Continuing to reset the field. It's going to take a minute for everyone to get caught up. Yeah, Bama not happy at all in the chat right now. Pack still getting caught up, and probably will go green with about 5 to go. Logan is deciding to pit again. JB now is coming in. Should be about formed up. Maybe we will be able to go green this time. Oh boy. Gonna be another late restart. And I don't think we're going green this time. Oh, we are? Okay, never mind. So it'll be Aiden in his Formula Costco debut leading the field to green with 6 laps to go on older hard tires. Then you have Cole on the mediums, Bama on the softs. But we're being told that the softs wear very quickly. We'll see how long they hold on for him. Then you have majority of the rest of the field on the mediums besides Logan, Skinny, and Gio. And here we go. Can Aiden pull off a miracle here and get the win in his debut? He gets a decent jump. Remember, he does have Snowy in between himself and Cole, as Cole goes to the inside. That's Eli actually in between them as well. So Snowy, or not Snowy, I'm sorry. Aiden does get away by a second already, as Cole tries to make quick work of the lap cars. He gets by Snowy for second. Bama 5/10 back of Cole. And Cole, what? And ignoring a yellow flag gets a 10-second penalty. Oh goodness, that's gonna get looked at and likely get taken away. We're gonna act like that doesn't exist for now. As Cole pulls away from Bama behind him and tries to close on Aiden. Coming to 5 laps to go. And there's a glitch, because they're still saying caution sector 1, even though there's no cars in Sector 1. Seemed like everything remained pretty much the same on the restart. As Bama is not able to make any ground, as Cole is closing on Aiden in a hurry here. Sends it in. Gets to his rear wing. DRS will be enabled at the start-finish line. And oh, Cole really having to check up. That is going to allow Bama to close right back up to him. And it's going to be a race here, folks. 5 laps to go. Cole going to use the battery. But he's going to have to try to defend as Bama has a run. Bama within a 10th behind him. Aiden still leads. Top 5 altogether, top 6 altogether now. Within DRS of each other. Aiden trying to park the bus. But he's going to have to fend off Cole with DRS here in just a moment on the straightaway. Cole with a big run and thought about around the outside. DRS will be on for Cole now as he is 4/10 back, but Bama is putting him under pressure. Is Bama trying to make the move? Bama goes to the outside of Cole, but Cole with the run gets the DRS of his own and tries to go around Bama, but Bama tries to make the 2 for 1. Aiden holds the lead, but Bama takes second from Cole. Cole tries to go back to the inside. 3 wide for the lead as Bama goes around the outside of Aiden. Bama takes the lead, Cole takes second away. What a move by the Red Bull. Now can he hold off Cole for 4 more laps? What a move that was. Bama wants to swing. Oh, Cole and Aiden make contact. And Cole has to make a save there. And that's going to allow Bama to get away. Oh, there's a crash on the front stretch. Slurp and Banjo get together. And there's yellows out in sector number 3 as Slurp and Banjo. Oh, my goodness. And now they're super mad at each other. As I'm not sure what happened. It looked like Slurp cleared himself or something as Banjo is now in the grass in Sector 1 as Eli goes in the pits and speeds. What has happened in this race? It has all fallen apart. Wow, wow, wow. Banjo's now fallen outside of the points. Slurp is down to 8th with damage. And Bama, just like that, leads by half a second over Cole with 3 laps to go. It's them and Aiden, who has Cheesy for company, and DeMeo behind them. As Slurp drops 2 more positions, Slurp has major damage. He's going to have to hold off Gio here if he wants any points on the day. And a terrible, terrible end of this race for a lot of guys. But the race for the win is still on. 3 to go. Bama versus Cole. Bama has not won in 6 seasons. Cole, the defending champion, looking to start his title defense off on the right foot. Cole has the DRS, but Bama swerves and breaks the toe and holds him off. Cheesy goes by Aiden for 3rd and moves into a podium position, but he has the 3-second time penalty. So if he wants the podium, he's going to have to break away by 3 seconds over now in 4th place DeMeo, who was just past Aiden. A absolutely wild end to the race, and we still have more to go. Caution's out in Sector 1 again. That's for, I believe that's for Banjo. Yes, it is. Australia, once again, is not kind to Banjo. And Cheesy, there's another time penalty. Now he has 6 seconds of time penalties. Let me join a party again really quick. Coming to 2 laps to go. Bama trying to hold off Cole. Cole basically has full battery. Bama only has 25. Cole does have full battery, and Cole is right there. Bama gets loose, and they make contact. 2 to go at the line. Winters Cole make the move. He goes to the inside now. Side by side for the lead, going into turn number 1. We talked about the softs wearing out in a hurry, and it looks like that has happened for Bama as Cole goes by for the lead. DeMeo now starting to pressure Cheesy for 3rd. Cheesy goes in the grass a little bit there, as Cole has already broken a second away from Bama up front. Cheesy closing with DRS, but he has 6 seconds of time penalty, so even though he might cross the line in a podium position, it's looking like it'll be another near miss for the Cheesy podium. Bama really struggling on those soft tires now. As we come around to 1 lap to go in the Season 7 opener. Cheesy all over Bama for 2nd place. White flag is in the air for Cole, the defending champion. 1 lap to go in Australia. As Cheesy does get by. Oh, there's contact between the two. Bama goes in the grass. And DeMeo threads the middle and gets to 2nd place. Wow. Cheesy still there side by side, however. But into the corner, DeMeo has had a very up and down race, and he's now in P2. Aiden could potentially finish on the podium in his first start. What a story that would be. Bama has fallen all the way back to 5th on those soft tires, which have, unfortunately for him, lived up to the expectation that they were going to struggle here after just a few laps, but he is still trying to fight and fight. As Aiden on those 14-lap-old hard tires, trying to hold on. Cole 2.5 seconds ahead as we come to the last few corners. It was looking dim for the defending champion, but a late safety car reset the field, and Cole was able to take advantage and pull away. It's going to be back-to-back in Australia. Cole wins from the pole and starts his championship defense on the right foot. He wins in Australia. I know it's going to say DeMeo first, but that is going to be Cole's win. I'm 100% sure. It's going to be Cole DeMeo, and in his debut race, Aiden Oxidine comes home in 3rd place. How about that? And P5 it'll be for McKinnon. Bama, a very, very strong run, comes home 4th. It'll be McKinnon 5th, Cheesy 6th, JB Smooth. He had a very up and down race. He comes home in 7th. Skinny gets Haas points in 8th. Haas had a very good day, actually, because Aiden is in 2nd. And then Logan comes home P9, and man, oh man, Slurp P10. After being in position to potentially win the race, he and Banjo make contact, and he has to settle for only 1 point here today. My oh my, what a insane race that was. There's going to be a lot of talk and controversy, but let's hear from the drivers about it. We're going to talk to our podium finishers as we always do. Wow. What a race. Yeah, I'm assuming your 10-second isn't counting, or...
I'd hope so, but I mean, what did it look like from your end? I mean, from my end, there's only just lifts in front of me. It's a lap car. Like, I can't do anything about that. But
yeah, I mean, you got a 10-second for passing a lap car. I'm not really sure. I'm assuming the podium is you, DeMeo, Aiden.
That's what I would assume too. Clearing 1-2 on track.
Waiting on DeMeo to join.
Did Aiden join? Oh, Aiden did join. I saw him.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah. I mean, did Slurp actually wreck himself? That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh,
for sure.
Oh, brother. Yeah, to be honest, even if I finish 6th, I mean, hello, we can hear you now.
Hi, Aiden, we can hear you.
Nah, we're good. No, you're good now. I mean, it might have. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Where is DeMeo?
Probably in the other chat. Or in the chat. Jesus Christ. Party. Hello, DeMeo. Funny seeing you here.
Okay, I'm gonna act like the podium is you three for now. It's obviously we have some things to go over. But for now, I'm gonna act like. Okay, well, everyone's arguing in the chat. I don't know.
Don't look at the damn chat. Do the damn menus.
Alright, so unofficially, we're gonna go with that. Aiden, your debut race, you come home 3rd after a very strong run. I was honestly really confused as to why you stayed out under the safety car, but honestly worked out pretty well. Take me through what you were thinking. Make sure your audio is included, guys, by the way, please.
Yes. Yeah, look, to be honest with you, am I allowed to cuss?
Sure.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, that shit was fucking
God.
stupid. I went for the harder allocation for the race. So whenever it came down to that final stop, I only had the used one set of mediums and used hards left. And I was not going to go on to new softs because there's no way it would have lasted. At least in my mind at the time, because I thought we were going to go green within the next 2 or 3 laps. Ended up being 4 laps, I think. But regardless, it probably could have gone that far. Um, but I thought that it couldn't, so ultimately I stayed out on those hards, tried to defend as hard as I could. It had 0 battery. Um, yeah, it was pretty poor fare there for me at the end, but ran pretty much top 3 all day, so felt pretty good about it.
So, coming into this race, I want to know what your expectations were. Like, where did you think you were going to run, and did you meet them, exceed them? What do you think?
Look, top 5 is always the goal for me in every league that I run, whether it be custom setups, presets, everything. I always run top 5 for the most part, other than UPS. I don't know if anybody's ever driven that. That shit is dumb as hell.
They
Terrible
have.
league.
Not
Love
me.
it, though.
I'm not allowed.
But yeah, I typically run top 5, so that's really what I was expecting. I was hoping for a podium on debut, but and I guess I got that wish. So
You did, and very strong run for you, and I think kind of put yourself on the map already as a potential maybe championship threat. So on that note, I want to ask you how you feel about race 2 in Japan next Tuesday night.
oof, Suzuka has always been one of my favorite tracks. I historically do pretty good there in leagues, so we'll see. We'll see.
We will see indeed, Aiden. I know it's not official yet, but congratulations on a podium and a very, very strong debut run, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to DeMeo. DeMeo, you had a very interesting race, to say the least. Contact on turn 1, lap 1 again, and a lag out to go along with it, but somehow you come home in second place. Take me through your race a little bit and what happened.
I really don't know what happened, quite frankly. I'm fucking flabbergasted right now at the fact that I'm even on the podium. But, I mean, after I lagged out, I figured I was gonna finish like 7th, maybe at best. And then the Jake safety car came out, and Slurp and Banjo wrecked, and then Cole apparently committed I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I actually don't know what to say. I'm quite literally speechless.
I don't
right
either,
now.
to be honest.
I don't
with
know.
you.
I don't even know why I'm here, but I am, and I'm happy to be. Even though honestly, I don't think I was even a top 3 car today. I don't feel 100% comfortable with these cars yet. They really, really like to step out. Which doesn't bode well with how I drive, I guess.
This is what
But
we call the play screen. It's basically
yeah,
your jump.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's kind of left scratching their heads and wondering what in the world happened at the end of that race. So I saw some talk in the chat about the choice between softs and mediums at the end. You went for mediums. Take me through why you decided not to go for the softs.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty straightforward decision. That was the only thing this race that seemed to be simple. The tire was horrible. I mean, you saw Alabama fall off after 3 laps,
Yeah.
I think, on the softs, and even on the hards. Like we ran, by lap 13, 14, my tires were 60%. It was just horrible. So I knew there was no way I knew softs weren't making it. 6, 7 laps, however many laps a restart was. So mediums was pretty clearly the way to go, and I'm not surprised that it worked out.
Well, I know you said you're not completely comfortable with these cars yet. Still got some ways to go, but how are you feeling going into Suzuka next week?
Okay, I guess, at least from a standings point. I haven't really driven Japan much in this game yet, and I guess we'll see what happens. I really liked Japan on the last game. It is one of my personal favorite tracks. It's just kind of difficult, to be honest, so we'll see what we can do. Hopefully, as I get a better feel for these cars, I can actually be up there on speed a little more, because today I don't think was a great showing. Honestly, the result doesn't really show how I ran, which wasn't particularly great. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I think can't complain much about a P2, and who knows what the results will end up being. But Either way, congratulations on a podium at the very least in
Thank you.
the Season 7 opener, DeMeo.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to our winner for now, at least. Cole,
Yes.
I want to talk to you first about the tire deg on the mediums because we saw you pull out to about 4.5 second lead, then lose it all pretty much instantly, and then decided to pit on lap 9. So what was the tire deg like from your end?
It was bad. Um, I guess that's just I didn't really know. Seemed everybody else knew. So everybody else started on hards. I was like, oh, no, it's not good. But I knew it was gonna be fast at the start because whatever, faster tires. But I didn't know just how much they were gonna fall off, and they clearly fell off a lot. So I gambled. I was gonna go for a two-stop, and then I
Oh,
was trading DRS with Geico, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be pretty far ahead of them, so maybe I could stretch it. We'll see. And then I spun, so that didn't work. So then I kind of all right, whatever. I'll just go as long as I can until the safety car comes out. And Jake's bed in the pits got really mad and crashed himself.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's I knew I got really lucky. Even though I still felt like I was the quickest, but I didn't really matter because I made too many mistakes anyway. So I got bailed, and then and then if you want to ask questions about the end, you can. So the floor is yours, pal.
Yeah, I definitely want to know about the end. You chose the mediums over the softs. That definitely seemed to be the right call. And then seems like mistakes was pretty much the theme of tonight. Everyone made a bunch of them, and like you said, you spun. We're still able to hold on for the win. I want to know why you chose the mediums, I guess, for tire deck sakes, but and then the battle at the end with Aiden and Bama as well.
Well, I knew the mediums were gonna be better, but I mean the softs are basically useless, unless it's like one lap. But Bama was pretty quick on them. He did pass me. I know he went three wide into like whatever turn. I don't know what the hell corner that was. That was a little scary. I was a little concerned, but at the same time, not really, because I knew they were gonna fall off. Because the mediums fell off after like 6, 7 lap. Shit. Like 6 laps. Um. So yeah, I knew I wasn't that worried, and then I just had to pass him back. And once I passed him back, I knew I was gonna break DRS. I knew it was gonna be easy. And yeah, I don't know what the hell happened with the penalty. It's not that big of a deal if it stays, but I'd hope it doesn't because like it was an intentional safety car that I don't deserve to. I shouldn't have been fucked in the first place, but whatever. It's fine, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see about the penalty, but for now, how are you feeling going into Japan next Tuesday?
I'm gonna be honest. This gave me a lot of confidence. I did not think I was gonna be that quick at all, and then I got pulled by 3/10, and then the race was pretty smooth, besides the end and the spin. But I still felt like I had pace over everybody. So yeah, I think I'm pretty confident for the rest of the season, especially Japan. So
Yeah, well, your title defense is certainly off to a good start.
hopefully.
Pole and the win, unofficially, as I mentioned plenty of times. Um, but yeah, for now, congratulations on a win in Australia for the second season in a row, Cole.
All right, thanks, Norman.
And, yep. And with that, we're going to sign off from a very controversial Season 7 opener. Um, it had pretty much everything. Lots of mistakes, tire wear, strategy, and of course the intentional safety car, which is a Formula Costco tradition at this point, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, we are going to move on from this and go to Japan next week where hopefully we see a cleaner race. And yeah, I am Normie on Xbox signing off from the booth, and we will see you guys next Tuesday night.